Hi friends! Welcome back to another week of online learning. Your goal is to complete these lessons by by Thursday, with Friday as your catch-up day. So this week is all about the coral reefs. So I'm really excited because I think coral is really fun and really colorful, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this. So all of the work that you're going to record is on this recording sheet right here. So you don't have to be worrying about multiple files. So it goes through everything. Anything that you're going to be turning into me is on this sheet. And I'm going to go through what all of it is. But remember, you've got to go to File, and make a copy, and then put your name in the beginning. You guys are getting really good at this. And then you'll click OK. And then you're going to share it with me, okay, by typing in my name and email. All right, so you're going to start. The first activity is the coral reef picture carousel. So you guys are going to look at some really cool pictures. So if you click on this, and you're going to want to kind of go back and forth, you're going to look at all these beautiful pictures of coral. I mean, some of these are just absolutely gorgeous, and some of them are really, really weird looking. So you're going to decide, you'll see that each one of them has a letter next to it. So for each of these, you are going to, like for number 2, which picture do you think looks the most alien? So like if you think it's the one that's labeled with the letter F, you're just going to type the letter F right there. All right, so you're going to answer these 10 questions. And some of them have a quote. So you really got to stop and think, what does that quote mean? And what do you think it would look like in a piece of coral? All right, now we're going to learn a little bit about the coral reefs. You're going to look at this map and see where the coral reefs are located. So they are in the green section. So think about where we live, which is right here, and think about what runs right through the coral reef. Now, I'm not going to tell you on this video, but I want you to think about it. And you're gonna be reading a booklet and watching a Reading Rainbow video, and then of course we'll talk at our morning meeting a little bit more about all of that. And then it gives you some fun facts. All right, we're going to keep learning about the coral reef, where you're going to watch a Reading Rainbow episode on Safari Montage called Dive to the Coral Reefs. If you guys haven't watched Reading Rainbow before, it is so cool. It was actually something that was on TV when I was your age. So you'll notice the video quality is not as clear as the TV that we watch now, but the information is really good. And the host, Lamar Burton, reads a book every week, but then based on like whatever the book is teaching you, he'll go on different little like field trips and stuff. So I have a feeling you might be going under the water for this one. Remember, before you click on the link, you have to be signed in to ClassLink and open Safari Montage, because you've got to like introduce yourself to Safari Montage. After you've watched this video, you're going to read this coral reef booklet. And the first page looks a little weird, but there wasn't anything I could do about that. But you can you start to read about the coral reefs, and you start on this side, and you can kind of learn a little bit more. You'll notice it goes like here and here, talking about all different parts of the coral reef. So I think you guys are going to find it really interesting. And this one actually shows you what different types of coral look like. All right, so now you're ready for the activities. So you're going to be doing some analogies. First analogies are called direct analogies. So you're going to be talking about how a coral reef is like your neighborhood. So you're going to come up with 3 reasons how a coral reef is like your neighborhood. And then you're going to come up with 3 reasons why they are not alike. Then you're going to really learn about the parrotfish. You'll notice there was a page in the booklet that you just read about parrotfish. If you want a little bit more information, you can log into Epic and search for the video that's called I Am a Parrotfish. For some reason, it wouldn't let me share a video with you, so you have to search for it on your own. And then, of course, you can always find more information about parrotfish with Mayan or Epic or any of the media and research tools. So you are going to pretend that you are a parrotfish. You really got to put put your imagination hat on for this one. So what type of animals and plants are around you? What predators do you fear? Think about what the word predator means. How do you find food? What is the water temperature? Is it light or dark? Is it colorful? What does it look and feel like? How do you use your teeth? And how do you fit in with your surroundings? So you'll answer these questions. You just type right in here. And then you're going to use the pronoun I to write a paragraph, a song, or a poem about your life as a nomad, which is a person or animal that moves around really often. So think about what that would be like to be a nomad. And you can write a little bit about that. All right, so that is everything that you have to do. There's a really fun optional activity. I didn't want to stress you guys out, but if you're looking for more to do, I think that you might really enjoy this. So the sea otter has decided to move from the kelp forest, where they normally live, to the coral reef community. So you're going to use the scamper technique to change the sea otter so it can survive and live in the coral reef. Now you're going to want to read some background information about the sea otter. Oh, I think that's the wrong one. Hold on. Okay, so this background information about the sea otter, which I think sea otters are so cool. So it gives you all kinds of information. It talks about, they live in the kelp forest, all the different parts of their body that help them, all these different adaptations that they have. So you're going to think about that and think about what would need to change on the sea otter to make them able to live in the coral reef. So what will the sea otter look like if I put a fish face on it? So you can describe it or you can draw it on a different piece of paper. And if you draw it, you can just say, I drew it. If you want to share the picture with me, you absolutely can. Think of a new name to describe your sea otter, because it's not really going to be a sea otter anymore. What characteristic or part of the otter should you change? What happens if I enlarge the sea otter or make it smaller? So you're going to change the size of it. Think about what that would do to the sea otter or its life or anything that would change. What can I have the sea otter do differently? So think about maybe like a way that the sea otter behaves that might be different if it lived in the coral reef. What happens if its fur is removed? So what would you put instead that would help it in the coral reef? And then where in the coral reef will the sea otter live? Because you've learned about all different types. So when you are done with this, you are done with your coral reef activities. I hope you enjoy looking at cool pictures and learning all about the coral reef. Bye, guys.